There's a bald eagle in that tree, and I just happen to have just the setup for it. Yeah, today Leica announced the new SL3-P, and as you can see, it's quite well suited for wildlife photography and fast action, and really anything else you want to use it for. But I'm going to be focusing on using it for wildlife photography. By the way, my name is Leigh, and I create videos about photography as an art and as a lifestyle. Yes, that's right, it's Leica Day, and this bald eagle was definitely ready to have his portrait taken. More photos in a moment, but first, this is the brand new SL3-P, Leica's fastest camera ever. We've got high frame rate, we've got autofocus detection and new autofocus modes. We have so many video options that Leica sent me an 8-page table explaining them all. Don't worry though, the SL3-P still has the Leica DNA that we know and love. It looks like an SL camera, it feels like an SL camera, and the UI is as clean and intuitive as you would expect. Leica comes up with a motto for every camera that they release, and this one is all that matters. When I was briefed on this camera, they said that the SL3-P was designed to be an all-around camera. And the main intention was to support you in your photography and videography so that of all of the doubts that you may have about creating your art as you're creating it, the gear isn't one of them. And through my using the camera for a few days and the thousands of photos that I captured with it, I found that they indeed have done just that. While the camera can certainly be used for anything, I only had the camera on loan for a few days, so I had to focus my time. I chose to spend those days on wildlife photography because it is the speed of this camera that got me the most excited. I have been wishing for a fast SL camera for years. I used my Sigma 150 to 600 millimeter sports lens on it. They paired incredibly well together. Of course they did though. Leica is a part of the L-Mount Alliance, which brings together several brands that make bodies and lenses so that you can use them all interchangeably. Okay, I said speed is what got me excited about the camera, so let's start there. How fast is it? The top burst frame rate is 40 frames per second. At that speed, you are limited to 12-bit RAW files. If you want to retain the capability of a 14-bit RAW file, the top speed is 25 frames per second. These numbers are assuming that you are making use of the CF Express Type B card slot. There is one of those and one SD card slot. I set the camera to capture 25 frames per second because I was in all sorts of conditions. I wanted the full flexibility of a 14-bit RAW file, especially in situations where I was capturing a dark bird against a bright sky. Wildlife photography is definitely the genre that I spend the most time on per photo in post-processing. Especially when we're talking about birds in flight, you've got a light sky with a dark bird. So no matter how you expose, you're going to be recovering details in the highlights and shadows. The high frame rate is supported by the buffer. It is 8 gigs, which felt endless to me. I masked that shutter release button down and I held it down a number of times, and I didn't ever reach the end of the buffer. Though Leica does say that the buffer will top out at 70 photos when you're using those top speeds, and that's plenty for me. Plus, you can take more photos as the buffer clears. Speed is a priority for wildlife photography, but another important aspect is autofocus, both subject detection and how swift it is. For this series of these ravens flying, I was happy to see that using animal detection, the camera locked onto the raven and tracked it as I panned to follow it. Time and again, the camera detected animals accurately, sometimes even when they were so small within the frame that I was surprised that the camera picked them up, or when I was trying to trick the camera by partially obstructing the subject. The SL3-P has a 44 megapixel sensor, which means that you have a lot of room to crop your images. When I am capturing wildlife in the wild, I really appreciate that ability. You simply can't always get very close to animals, and you know what? I don't want to get very close to some of these animals. It used to be that the fast cameras like this had a lower pixel density, but we're in good times. The SLs are the most robust of bodies. They are fully metal and are incredibly well weather sealed. Pair it with a Leica L-mount lens or one of the many weather sealed L-mount lenses from Sigma and Lumix, and you can go into some quite wet conditions. I want to touch on usability. This is so personal. We all like what we like. Just because I love using an SL body, it doesn't mean that you will. But I can objectively say that it is the most intuitive menu system of anything I've used. And the update they made to the UI with the SL3 is continued and refined here, which made it even easier to use. They revamped the video options menu, and let me tell you, it's perfect. Do not underestimate a good menu structure. If you are using your camera on a regular basis, you don't want to hate using it because it doesn't feel good in your hands or because you can't ever find what you need in the menus. So those are my thoughts after my initial use of the SL3-P for wildlife photography. I talked about a few specifications and features, but there are so many that I didn't have time to test all of them. It has content credentials. You can capture 8K video. There are a whole slew of high-end and advanced video options, actually. And I talked about how autofocus detected animals and tracked them, but I didn't really discuss the new autofocus options. Each of those 3 topics could be 3 more entire videos. So if you're interested in seeing me borrow this again, let me know. Maybe I can make some more videos about it. I have used all of the SL cameras. I own the SL2. The line holds a special place in my heart because I do enjoy using them so much. I wasn't sure Leica would ever come up with a body like this. When I think of fast action, Leica isn't the first brand that comes to mind, but they did it. I have been gravitating towards lighter weight setups in recent years, and this is not a lightweight setup. This camera and this lens weigh a little over 6.5 pounds together, or nearly 3 kilograms. My arms and my shoulders got quite the workout using this for a few days in a row, and then even just standing here holding it for so long while I'm filming, but it has given me something to think about. I do already have fast action cameras in my collection, but I love using SL so much. If I were looking at SL bodies for the first time, this would be the one that I would personally choose over the SL3 and the SL3S, even though those are phenomenal bodies. What about you? Does the SL3-P entice you? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I will add a link to the camera and the lens in the description so that you can learn more about them. Please do like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to Leica for trusting me to use this body ahead of launch. As always, it was a pleasure. And thank you for watching.